All right. Pulling us back to the dark between the stars. The Gilgamesh has just left the floundering Ghazali, pulling away from dock to the safety between the stars. In its cargo bay are about 10 survivors. Sabethapur, uh, Coriolis, a few others, as well as however many uh, medical supplies would fit. The stars are gorgeous. Kyle, you're looking out. You can see the display, the bright stars of distant planets, distant worlds, lives that you now get to live, experience, turning back around. You do see one other ship leave the Ghazali, but no evacuation pods, as everyone else heads to their doom. Anira, you're in the engineering room, right? Kaio, you would see this too, as on the display, two big warning signs pop up. Ignition sequence for long distance travel has failed. Shutting thrusters down for update. And you're about 20 feet outside the dock.
Yes, we are.
If you stay like this, you will be pulled into the sun.
Yes.
Someone's going to have to make me a
Right.
datagen test to be able to reactivate them quicker than the update allows.
I'm a +2 datagen. How are you
I'm
guys doing?
+2 as well.
Can we make 2 datagen checks?
You can make me one datagen check. Um,
Is there a
you
helping
can.
thing here?
Then I should do it because Anira will not afraid of the icons.
Well, Anira gets a +1 because that's her role.
Oh,
Yes, because it's my class thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you get a +3 to it then?
Yeah, basically.
Uh,
Then yeah.
You'll get an additional +1 due to the situation.
Oh, so +4 altogether.
Yep.
All right, I'll roll it then.
Anira, the ship doesn't move. You're going through the all the records. You're going through everything, but you can't find the emergency override. If there was ever a time to pray to the messenger, it is now.
Yep.
For if you do not, everything you will be doing, have done, will be for nothing.
And so she just the very first moment of this, she just like flat out just rages and slams her hands against the console. Damnable rot bucket! I swear to the icons. Messenger, just get us the frizz out of here.
Yeah, I'll accept it. Roll that icon check.
Is there a modifier for this? What do I don't know.
It's the previous modifier, so
So
two.
the +2.
Yeah. That, thankfully, is a success. By the messenger's guidance, he guides you to the correct protocol that you quickly type in, send it through, and the ship's thrusters come back to life, and you are safely able to evacuate the Ghazali, leaving the range as behind you the Ghazali blows up and everything else is sucked into the sun. All you have to do now is tell me where you're going. The skies are open to you. Looking at the sensors, it'd be easier to go to one of the nearby stations, but
We need to make repairs.
We got to drop off these goods though.
Yeah, give us money for the repairs, but I don't know if we're going to be able to make the journey if we don't at least get the speed upgrades completed.
I mean, we've got to try, right? I mean, let's put this in perspective, shall we? You know, if we don't go and something happens and
What's the distance on this delivery?
That's a great question. What's the distance on this delivery?
not far. Just the to be the Hammurabi station, which
All
is that one, and she'll point to it. It's actually one of the newer ones. But let me say this. We shouldn't land there first. There's a moon not too far away. We could land there, drop off my stuff, and I'll go get it with my other friends. That way, if you're searched for being the lone survivors of a horrible accident, then it won't come back to you.
Sounds
Money
good to
first.
me.
Well, I can't get the money until we land on the planet, but
Oh, now, then maybe it might be better to go to the station first, huh?
you want to risk everything we've just done, sure.
Yeah, we just explained we were helping you out, and you know, if they got questions, they can always ask you, right?
I don't think that's a good plan, because neither one of us would get paid.
Look, I know you probably think you're dealing with smugglers who are like neophytes or something like that, but we've done a couple runs here and there. We know how this works. And dropping you off on a planet is all fine and good, but we ain't dropping the cargo till we know we got the money.
If you believe it's worth the risk, sure. But they're going to be searching you. And if my stuff gets confiscated, neither one of us are getting paid. So
No, you're right about that. So, at this point, I don't see money going into our pocket in either direction because, look, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you out that airlock over there.
I mean, with the right acceleration of the ship, we could actually get it pretty far.
No, I understand.
It's a vacuum.
No, Anira, I understand. It's a saying. It's a euphemism. You know what I'm saying?
look, you're welcome to come back with me and my people on the ship to go pick it up. It's not like I have a crew on the moon nearby, but
You know what? Even better. Why doesn't your friends with their ship just come to meet us and we can just give it over?
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
she'll hold up a broken communicator. Do you know their contact ID?
I don't know. Do I?
Because I sure don't know more.
Fair.
I'm gonna look at Zarka and Anira. Look, I don't trust him.
You don't trust anyone.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
You married me and you don't trust me. Like, to be fair.
Okay, you got a point there, but I mean that's a smart way of thinking about things, though, right? In the long run.
Business is tricky when you're working with people who like to smuggle things.
Yeah.
It's a risk we have to take. It's more risky to get caught at the planet than it is to go to the moon. I think personally, but that's just me.
We need the money to get the ship repaired.
It's true.
Like I said, it's up to you.
Man, I just don't want to have to kill anybody else. I'm getting
We
tired.
won't.
Oh,
It's Sabbatha.
what about all the survivors with us? What are they? They're gonna be like, You know what I'm
We
saying?
just tell them hold tight, I guess. We get them to the station.
All right then. And so yeah, so I guess we're flying to a moon.
Yeah. So, this journey will take you about 3 or 4 days. Your ship
Right.
is slower than it usually is, so you have time to heal.
Okay.
Before we get to the moon, we'll try to come up with a plan of what to tell people of the reason why we're stopping there. And Zarka will do the talky stuff.
The talky stuff. Yeah, I agree.
She's better at that. I tend to get mad and hit people
I
or
just shoot
things.
people.
This is why
Zarka.
we keep Zarka around.
The night cycle on the ship comes about the second day of the journey. Um, Everyone around you is dead asleep. You're in your own cabin. The familiar scent, all your belongings nearby. As you're deep in sleep, you can hear the sound of your sitar as you were playing it a few months ago. The concert is uproarious and you're having a great time. Um, there are dancers, there are people just having a great time. And suddenly you look up and the stars above you fade into darkness. A suffocating, silent black threatening all life, all hope, gone in an instant. The flickering light that remains only serves to empathize the vast void, the stars blinking out one by one. The stage becomes a rock and is now cold, scarred by thousands of quiet collisions in deep space, itself a remnant of some larger collision aeons ago, light years away. Stardust covers your body, your breath, which the endless hunger of space should be ripping from your chest, hangs in clouds around you, crystallizing on the cold surface of the rock. The stone rotates slowly, held captive in an orbit around an alien planet. The planet enters your view, greenish blue under heavy gray clouds. Your rock keeps rotating and the planet disappears. Darkness enveloping you once again. When the world below returns, you see raging eternal storms plugging the surface and a single black monolith protruding through the clouds, reaching for the stars, reaching for you. Lightning seems to be emanating from or converging on this lonesome sentinel. And suddenly the storms subside, only to explode in a single violent discharge seconds later, releasing a lightning bolt heading straight for your rock. The stone shatters into dust, falling out of orbit and disintegrating as it enters the battlefield. You hold onto one of the larger fragments, clawing at the frozen rocks until your frozen fingers bleed. Black bubbles of blood fall from your fingers and onto the stone. You have arrived at your journey's end to face the icon's judgment. But you find at this critical moment that you aren't alone. A small child floats next to you in the burning cloud. A boy or a girl, it's hard to tell. It fixes a serious gaze on you and speaks, only you can't make out the words. You cry out, but you can't hear anything. The child only smiles at you. Its voice, suddenly, with passion, reverberates through your heads without moving its lips. Everything will be all right. The clouds below you part. The planet's greens and blues stun you with their beauty. The stars have returned from the darkness above you, bright dots of hope in the night. You suddenly know that the child is right, and you let go of your rock. Instead of falling, you softly enter a low orbit above the planets. Serenity fills your soul as you hear the stars sing to you, backgrounded by a subtle sitar, a transient, primordial symphony. The next morning you awake with everyone else during the morning cycle.
Wow.
I should think back and just I have some like space Benadryl before bed. That's a whack ass dream.
Get your very own space Benadryl.
Not
At your
sponsored.
not sponsored. At your local 1111.
Your local 1111.
Uh, the rest of the journey goes without incident, and you arrive on Amos, the moon surrounding the Hammurabi station, and you can see it in the distance. Beautiful, hanging in the air, a planet of its very own. The moon itself is a desolate gray thing with no life. Scanners indicate that this is some primordial meteor that got caught in the Hammurabi's gravity rather than a part of a planet. You're able to unload everything quickly. The people on your ship do raise concerns.
I'll talk to them. Now,
One thing
Eric,
that you notice in particular is Komina, the mystic, the one who wanted so badly to stay on the Ghazali to face divine judgment, hasn't woken up in 3 days. She seems to be in a catatonic state. Brother Ramas is doing his best for her, despite their conflicting ideologies.
whoa. There's a lot of things to confront here. Let me start with everyone, because if this has been happening for 3 days, then nothing emergent is going to happen right now. So, real quick, Eric, we have like a smuggler's area. Is that can the rest of the ship see that? Like if I were to fib and be like, "Hey, this is what's happening," like they wouldn't actually see what's happening.
So the amount of cargo that you were carrying does not fit in your smuggler's compound. You could fit a few boxes, but this is like 20 boxes. This is a lot of stuff. There's
Okay.
really no way
We
to
really
fit
have
all
to
of this.
upgrade that at some point.
Yeah.
No one's asked you what's in the crates, though. And you do remember on your journey that Sabetha has been keeping a pretty close eye on it.
Okay.
All right.
I wonder if it's even better just to not say anything. If everyone just understands that we're not, you know. I mean,
Let's
it's
be done
obvious.
with it.
Yeah.
Get paid.
Yes. All right. So Zarka just stays quiet, but then goes over to Kamina. She'll kneel beside Brother Hamas. Did you see it? Did you feel it too?
Komina lays her eyes open, staring towards the ceiling. On her back, She doesn't react to you. Her face is pale. She's breathing. All you can tell. Um, at this point, a indicator on the communicator pops up. You see that there is a request for communications from the Hammurabi station, Kayo.
Yeah, let's answer it.
So what pops up is a holo display of a fat bureaucrat. You see a rotund gentleman, dark skin, beard that's scraggly in places, patchy in others. He does have a very good mustache. You do notice that. Probably the best maintained thing on him. He is wearing a black camise with the station's logo. Unidentified spacecraft. What is your reason for landing on the Hammurabi moon?
Oh man. So a couple of things, and you know, you got to take each of these with like a grain of salt, if you know what I mean. We got some issues, and probably coming into the station itself might be bad for you guys. There's a sickness on board. We're hoping to land and just kind of wait out that sickness and then come up to the station. It's just a thought.
Are you from the Ghazali? Another ship, the Fatima's Bounty, arrived a few hours earlier. Told us there might be another.
Oh my gosh. That is, I mean, thinking about it, yeah, that is, they made it out alive. That is fantastic. We were worried about them.
Komoro Vide sends his regards.
Oh man, no, yeah, good guy, good guy.
Strange, he said the same thing about you.
Well, I mean, we had to work together. There were beasts on the Ghazali. Did you know this?
We're hearing more from him now. The Akbar has decided to have a meeting with Komoro, and we would very much like to have a meeting with anyone else who is on the Ghazali.
Oh, yeah, we can
offer aid for your sickness.
Oh.
Lumara Akban, or Akbion, rather, and her team will be more than happy to help heal any radiation you might have.
Oh man, yeah, no, that sounds great. We will be right there. We gotta land on the moon for a second, and then we're gonna come up. Because like, look, this sickness, I don't know if have you dealt with a lot of space sickness?
I get it every time I travel through the portals.
Oh man, yeah, no. So it's kind of contagious right now. We got a couple people kind of quarantined because we felt like that was the safest bet. One of them actually has an extra tongue currently coming out of the ear. It is really bizarre. We were not prepared for that. Being in stasis on the Ghazali, it really kind of messed with us a little bit. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let their sickness kind of voom away. And then we are right up there.
With whom am I speaking?
Oh man, this is Kale. Forgot my name. I apologize. The sickness might be getting to me too. This is not good. Yeah, KL is my name. I'm the pilot.
Do you have a family name?
Yeah, I do. Most of my family generally call me KL, but I mean, if you're referring to like my surname, I have one of those two. Yes.
We would receive it if it is not at all
Oh, do
a
you want to be
problem.
part of the family? Is that my understanding? Look, I understand.
We need it for our notes.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it's Nevik.
Kyle Nevik.
Yes.
Roll me a manipulation check.
I am going to fail that.
I was going to let you roll with your reputation, but you're not who you are, so.
You lied.
The gentleman on the other line says, right.
You heard of
Well,
me?
no.
Oh. Damn, Anira told me that people had heard about me. That hurts. You understand this?
Whenever your sickness has faded,
okay, yeah.
you are to arrive on Dock 11 for medical treatment. Port Inspector Asal Haram. I can't say any of these names. Asal Harub will be there to get your people the help they need, of course.
Man, we appreciate. Now, question about that. We don't have to pay for that help, do we? I mean, look, the Ghazali just blew up, and some of our income right now, it's kind of tied up in explosions. It was bad. Somebody tried to shoot my gunner, sitar playing gunner. Like, had we lost her, music would have just stopped. And I mean, my engineer, she grappled a beast that like bled all over her. This is, do you have like, are there reparations?
You're not certain when it happened, but the communication was cut off somewhere between your sentence.
Hell, fuck.
Zarka will just kind of sit there swirling in her little chair that should have been hers.
We'll have Kale's talk.
Hey, Zarka.
Why did you answer the comms?
I mean,
It's always better to let Zarka do the talking. Like 100% of the time.
Look. I think I handled that pretty good.
What are you going to do when they ask us about the tongue in someone's ear?
Oh, man, it will have been
It was
healed.
from the one whose head you blew off. It actually, there was a bit of tongue in my ear. I found it later.
Look, let's just get to the moon. Let's drop stuff off. At this point, I'm ready to move on.
So, the moon is in sight, and you're able to land.
Of course, I'm the pilot.
Your ship lands with a kerthunk. Sabetha stands up.
Question.
What?
Did you just say our ship had a croissant?
Kerthunk.
Kerthunk.
And you only hear the sound inside the ship.
All right, gotcha.
And that's the sound of our landing gear being frizzed, by the way.
Frizzed?
Yes.
What is
Completely frizzed up because the got with the magnet things and it ripped them apart. It's terrible. Everything's broken.
Oh man, that's gonna cost some burr, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Sabetha walks up. So, are we going to do this, or are we going to stuck around?
No, we better get it moving because they're expecting us on the
Look,
station.
I just talked to Harubia.
No, we gotta no.
What? That was his name, wasn't it?
No. Harub is the one we're meeting at Dock 11.
Oh.
That's not who you were talking to.
Who'd I talk to then?
I don't know. I didn't catch the beginning of the conversation. I only heard the end part about where we're supposed to actually be.
Gotcha. I understand. All right. Yeah. No, we're gonna. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, make me a piloting check as you're trying to use your own loaders to get rid of these things. That is a whole lot of fives. So it takes you.
Which doesn't help.
Are you gonna pray to the gambler? Or are you gonna
Nah,
let this
gambling ain't my bow.
All right. So you
He only talks to the judge now.
Yeah, I do.
I only talk to the judge now. Talk to the judge. It takes you about 3 hours to unload everything. You do notice as you're going out there that one of the crates seems to have been tampered with.
Damn it. Can we not just have one thing go right? Like, I'm pretty sure I still have not had my cup of coffee.
I'm working on getting the coffee maker working on the ship. Just like give me another hour.
All right, all right.
The coffee maker in particular was sucked out by the gravity and the original damage. That's why it's got to be repaired. You gotta make a new one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been rebuilding it. It's very custom.
Do we know this too, or is it just Kale that knows it?
Yeah, you guys would notice that the one of the crates has got a little bit of tampering on it. It looks like someone tried to pry this open.
I
Does it look
pointed
like
out
they were
to-
successful at all, or just that they attempted to?
Make me a observation check.
All right.
They were just probably hungry when they were thinking about croissants.
Yeah, it looks like they managed to pry it open.
Yeah. Someone's been peeping in our cargo.
Man, do we gotta kill all 10 of them?
No.
Okay, well that's good because I'm just done with killing things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a survival sort of situation, so maybe we can stop with that whole thing because, like, we're not currently being sucked into a sun. But somebody's been messing with the crates.
So I walk over and I call over. Listen, I know you said not to look into these boxes, but now someone already has. For me to be able to protect us from what this person saw, I need to know what's in there.
Whoever it is, we'll find them. Looking in there is no good for anyone, really.
Nothing climbed out of it, did it?
Not unless the mechanism was wrong.
Man.
You think perhaps the lady that hasn't woken up in 3 days could have been the one that checked?
Oh, definitely not. No,
But,
she's just crazy.
well, that subtracts one person from the list of suspects.
Sweet, that takes us down to 9 then, right?
Yep.
Sweet, that makes sound nice. Yeah. It'd be better for all of us not to look in there. We'll find whoever did it and
All right. And we will
Type 2
keep.
diabetes
We
is-
will keep.
Let's just get these boxes off first.
Yeah.
yeah, you get all the boxes off, you stack one on top of the damaged one to keep the lid down. Whatever secrets it holds are lost forever. All right, and you managed to unload all 20, no problem.
Sweet.
Maybe
Alright.
split. I want to spend 2 darkness points.
We ain't getting paid. Fuck.
No, we're following her before she leaves.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys head down to the Hammurabi station.
Do we get paid?
I guess, yeah. Well, before we depart,
Uh,
for a moment when we get separated from Sabetha, do you want me to distract her so one of you can at least see what's in there, or no?
I don't
I
care
mean,
what's in
I
there.
don't
I just want
care.
our
We just need the
bird.
delivery.
All right, fine. All right. I'll vote it.
Sabetha does send you all coordinates. Meet me here to get your bear. And it's on the Hammurabi station.
Oh, thank. Oh man. All right. Is that perchance, the same coordinates as Harabia that we gotta go to, Dock 11?
Well, no, you can't land there. It's in the middle of the city, but land there, go there later. Which
Okay.
paid.
All right. Well, you gotta be more specific when you're telling us things.
Sorry, no, it's my bad. All right. So we're heading down to the Hammurabi.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta
Um,
get the
Alright.
ship fixed.
Heading down to the station. Following the vector the Port Authority gave you, you arrive in Dock 11. You're greeted by, for the first time in a long time, bright lights, people running here and there. You can see neon red lights. You can see neon orange and red and blue advertisements for 1111, the local convenience store, uh, and a few other big name brands. I'm going to change the music back. This is way too dire.
Hmm.
Yeah, because
Um,
like I just wanna,
Yeah.
I want my
So
bird.
the Hammurabi greets you warmly. Your ship lands in Dock 11, and you hear the loud thunk sunk chuck blah, and something goes flying off into the distance as your broken landing gear and its maglocks interact. Um, you can see from the outside cameras that a bureaucrat wearing station attire with a cape over one shoulder, bright red. This one has dark brown hair, kind of curly, with a kind of like a full chin strap beard, but no mustache.
Oh, jeez.
Is standing right outside the gate.
Hey, look,
I'll walk.
Zarka,
No,
this is all
can't. No,
yours.
no talking.
This
Yeah,
is all
no
you.
talking.
I'm just gonna think about the coffee.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
working on it.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and walk ahead. Uh, hello. Space travelers just coming back on in from the Ghazali. Are you the Harub that we're supposed to be meeting?
So the man in front of you pulls out a tablet and starts typing stuff down. I'm Asal Hurub, yes. Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Captain Zarko Yorick. I am the captain, and well, temporarily gunner, but like officially captain of the Gilgamesh.
Understood. Do you have your port passes and your insurance information and all of that for your ship?
Yes, of course. I don't know if we have a port pass specifically for this, as you understand this is an emergency landing.
Right. I forgot about that. Yes. Where were you coming from and where's your destination?
You know the giant ship that just killed like hundreds of people? We were on that.
Oh, Ghazali. And where are you going?
Well, we were trying to go to, was it Surabi?
Ravi, understood. Um,
As you know,
Right.
that was the end destination.
how many unaccounted for people are on your manifest?
I believe there's 10.
Now
How
I am
many are? I don't
noticing.
know, actually.
No, I'm noticing a problem. The gentleman who contacted Port Authority, Kyle Nevix.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
right behind me, right there.
I'm also noticing a Kyle Vanek. Are they the same? Are they brothers or what's going on
Oh, so okay. It's no.
Oh, you must
Okay.
you must have misheard me. I apologize. We had some
Yes.
static happen. There was some space waves of solar powered venerable dissuasion, and it hit our ship just as I was giving you my last name. I apologize. That is my fault.
there? Kyle make me manipulation.
Jesus, no.
It could happen. It happened.
What?
What? What a wonderful day to be alive. The icons truly have graced Kael today. Asal gives a nod. That happens, yes, solar flares. Um, and the Nira, is they accounting for?
Yep.
Mm.
On my right.
Yo.
Who all needs medical attention of what variety?
So you'll see one person still has this strange sickness that we warned you of. She has not woken up for 3 days. At first we thought Kyle had caught it. We were fortunate when we were up there. There was someone there with medical equipment that was able to check him out. So he is not contagious. We weren't able to find anything on her, but we're hoping that your experts here might be able to reassure us.
Understood. Flicking you the details for the nearby medical center. Lumara Akbion will be there. Are any of you suffering from radiation sickness?
I think we all are. We were exposed to a great deal of radiation.
Then you'll
Yeah.
all have to go see Lumara.
We'll go ahead and do that.
Uh,
Uh,
and you do consent to a search of your ship, and any illegal contraband will be seized.
Of course, go ahead. If you find any, please let us know. Goodness.
Understood, understood. See, this ship has been linked to several smuggling operations.
What's your
Well,
what's your
suspected, of
clearance?
course.
Yes. Well, yeah, but what's your clearance level, my friend?
I'm the port inspector. I will the clearance I need.
Then I can't tell you what that was about. Let's work with the
You're
Legion.
suspected in any wrongdoings. You will be detained.
Of course,
But,
of course,
thank you for your time, Captain.
of course. Our hands are very clean, so we will just be awaiting, hopefully help to fix our very burdened ship.
So Asal flicks up his finger on the tablet in front of him and sends you the details to the Metacurge. You also, as you're looking down, you see you have received an invitation by Station Akbar Ravan Brokur for immediate meeting.
All right, so we were going to guide our friends there. Brother Hamas, would you mind taking charge from here? I suppose hopefully you're okay with navigating a city.
There's no problem.
All right. Everyone, we're so happy that we got here safely. Apologies for the rough landing. Try not to need saving again anytime soon, and please, if anything ever, happens, whatever, feel free to give us a call. And hopefully remember that we've done a great kindness.
Sabetha walks up and kisses Kyle on the cheek and gives Anira a kiss or a wink. Come see me once everything calms down for you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'll see what I can make happen.
Interesting.
And Sabetha walks off.
Interesting. She
Um,
knows they're married.
Look, she kissed me. I did not reciprocate. I just want to point that out.
I mean, I'm not opposed to,
All right.
Okay.
discussions.
all right.
All right.
So, where do you want to go first? You can go get your radiation sickness treated, or you can go see Ravin Bokur.
We'll split off because it seemed like a rather immediate need. We've already gone
Radiation sickness, yeah. Deal with that. That's bad news.
Yeah, I'd like
Oh,
to
do
be
you want to
healthy.
do that first?
We
Okay.
should. It's bad news if we don't get it dealt with.
Okay. Can I message Akbar, and just let him know, hey, going to get radiation poisoning or what, not going to get it, but get rid of it.
Just gonna go get radiation poisoning. I'll see you later.
Yeah, they have tanning beds. Um,
Fuck yeah. Um, you're easily able to go to the Metacurge. No problems there. Lumara greets you warmly. You say that there are about uh 200 or no, not quite. Would it be 80 plus 10? About 90 people inside the hospital at the time.
Mhm.
Um, you can see the motto of the hospital in bright on bright signage in the waiting room. Life, limb, function, aesthetics, um, which is how they assess
Prioritize
damages.
things.
Yeah. And yeah, within a few short hours, you're able to get all the radiation pumped from your system, no problem. While you're waiting, though, um, a a short woman, probably in her about late 40s, early 50s, approaches you. She has dark skin, uh, dyed blonde hair, and these piercing eyes. She walks up to you. Um, uh, you are the crew of the Gilgamesh, yes? Just come off the
oh,
Ghazali.
we are indeed. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
Perfect. I heard about you from Brother Hamas. My name is Colonial Agent Yacintra Hur. I just wanted to get your statement about the incident. Um, and I was just hoping you could tell me everything I need to know.
Of course. So, and I give her the whole breakdown. I start with I very much like how we woke up and everyone was already pretty much dead, and we thought we were dead. But then we like found people and we saved them and we saved as many as we could. I was like, yo, the people on the ship will confirm that we went through and picked them up one by one to bring
Uh-huh.
them to safety. Unfortunately,
Uh,
there was an attack at the very end, and we had to get out of there as quickly as possible.
hmm. Of course, of course. So tell me, I heard from a couple of the others, Brother Ramas and this Mr. Vi character. He said that you went to the bridge. Did you happen to take anything from there?
Oh, yes, you see, they had confiscated my sitar. Um, we uh we might have the captain's badge somewhere. I can get that from our ship on the way
Oh, that
back.
would be awesome. Yes, no.
Yes, yeah,
Put
yeah,
that in
yeah.
my report. There is one thing I'm asked. Do you have the Emerald Disc?
Oh, did we forget about the Yes, I think we do. I think we do.
Mhm.
Yes. We got it from
I
the
would
bridge.
love that if you don't mind handing that over to me.
Of course.
Um,
Kale leans into Anira. We let her talk. Why?
Mm.
She is not a very good smuggler. We understand this, right? We
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I just wanted to double check on
Yeah.
that. Okay, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yes, so and then I explain also how we found out who brought the what are they called? The monsters that we were fighting? Like the ones that we're talking to. Like in the very end there was the alpha
yeah,
one.
yeah, the Legion.
Yes.
Awesome. No, thank you so much. Do you mind handing the Emerald Disc over here, please?
Right. Sure, Colonel. Are we done here though? Are we all cleared out?
Oh yeah, no, sure. I'll make sure all this information get to a notogram of the bulletin and let them know of your heroics and your kindness, of course. All
Hmm.
right. Well, you'll probably be hearing from her soon. She's going to want to shoot a segment, but all of you and your heroics, all that fun stuff.
Okay. We do have other, places to be. We were supposed to be on Sarabi, but if we can hang around, we'll definitely consider it.
Of course, of course. All right. Thank you. And she gingerly takes the emerald disc, packs it away. and heads off.
I should have asked to see her credentials.
Did you verify who that was? You looked at their paperwork, and you know for a
They
fact
came up in uniform.
That they did.
I can buy that uniform at the corner shop.
Do you want to go hunt them down real quick and just make sure
Oh
you
my
can?
God.
Feel free to.
We could have just given like a bomb to a terrorist or something like that. You understand this, right?
Listen, we don't.
Or
This
someone
isn't a
who wants
value
to
to
cover
us.
up the
So-
destruction of the Ghazali.
The
That's
good
not our
news
business.
is that the Colonial Agency are the ones who keep up with the Emerald Disc. So if she is who she says she is, that was a good thing.
Yeah, but we don't know if she is who she says she is.
That's very true.
Also, I'm not really into the whole like let's celebrate them as heroes thing. I would rather stay a little more under the radar. So can
Yeah,
maybe we
no.
avoid this interview for
Good night,
us?
Roger. I just saw that. And additionally, and I'm just gonna throw this out here, maybe being, people of the smuggling persuasion, maybe we just don't give people information right away, and maybe we try to, like, I don't know. Anir, help me out here.
So hear me out.
Stop handing stuff over for free.
So hear me out. We just smuggled a lot of things. We already got our beer. As soon as we start being more selfish with it is how we get caught.
We ain't got our beer yet.
Yes,
No,
we're
we
going
don't.
to.
What?
But we're going to have it. Do you notice how they didn't ask us any more questions? She took the Emerald Disc, called us as heroes, and then we were done. As long as we pretend to be helpful, they have no reason to suspect anything.
All right. So, you're going to see Raven now, the Akbar of the station.
Yep.
Raven Bokur, the station chief, accepts you into his home. You see that it's kind of a mix of an office and his house. He welcomes you with arms wide. Hello! I've heard great things about you and your crew. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of everything, I do have a question. How did you escape?
What do you mean? So from the pods, we had to just open the door?
No,
Like
I
from
mean
that?
the whole story, everything. I've heard
Oh.
very little.
Oh, so there was a man with a mustache who tried to take our ship and steal it for himself. So we had to fight him off, and then we were very injured and everything. So it took us a little time to get to everyone, and by the time we had, the creatures were attacking them. So we just grabbed everyone we could and we put them on, and we said 10 people saved is better than none.
Of course, of course. So I've heard from some of the other survivors that you were the ones to collect the Emerald Disc from the ship.
Oh,
Do you
yes, we
still
just
have that?
No, we just handed it off to the Colonel Agent, whatever her name was.
Oh, you've already handed it off to the Colonial Agency.
Yes.
Who's the agent you gave it to?
Something. What was her name?
Yenistra.
Yes, I say that name.
Oh, good. Yes. No, Miss Her is a fabulous agent. I was actually going to do the same thing anyways. The disc has something, well, it'll tell us more about the ship, technical wise than you can tell us. But I would love to hear your full story. Would you join me for dinner?
I regret to say that we're already very late for Sarabi, but maybe we could stop by for appetizers, then we'll head out.
That mission died with the Ghazali. I don't think you'll be providing aid to anybody with just your ship alone.
Not with how she is now. We can get some upgrades in that baby. Woo!
Well, your path after this is your own. But yeah. Do your sorry, I just want to say thank you for saving all those people. I know it wasn't easy. Um, Komoro Vai has been talking, saying that you did almost nothing to save anyone and left hundreds of people there to die. Is that
God,
true?
he's a prick. We saved him, and he has the gall to say that. Listen, if it wasn't for him, all the people on his flight wouldn't have been able. He piloted everyone. I is what I hear, and we're grateful for that. He's a prick beyond that. You talk to him, right?
No, I unfortunately did not.
Oh,
I've
you
heard from
should.
my people. Uh,
Oh, you should. You'll understand the
he
moment you meet him.
he was saying that after you left the med lab, you went about your own things, dealing with your own people, and didn't care about anyone anymore.
That's
But
very untrue, but to each their own. You know, it's a very traumatic experience, and the brain has ways of just placing the blame on others. No harm, no foul, though. He can say whatever he wants about us. We know how we helped people.
We also did offer to assist him with repairs to his ship that he very angrily denied. So,
oh,
that alone.
well,
Yeah, sketchy
investigations are
guy.
ongoing. We may have to call you for a few more interviews. One of our interviewees from the bulletin, Anata Graham, she has requested your presence whenever you have the time at the news station. Um, but until then, the time is your own. Thank you so much. Um, and in the effort of closing up here, do you go talk to Anata, or do you let the story die with you?
We definitely do not go and publicize ourselves as we have work to do.
All right. So, the night passes. You all stay on your ship. Everybody uh, gets a rest. And in the morning, the news runs. And someone rolls a shitload of
Sorry, that was
dice.
an accident. I hit the wrong button.
Um, a woman that you haven't seen before with bright red hair pulled back into a bun. Uh, she goes, and thank you everybody for showing up to the Hammurabi Station News. The portal between the Hamura and Tawan system was damaged beyond repair during the incident with the Foundation, and they have no prognosis about when or if it will recover. This means that the Dabaran is currently only reachable via Armedo and Melik. The Zafira has completed the jump to Tawan. I'm sorry. The Zafira had completed the jump to Tawan when the portal exploded, and the fate of its inhabitants are unknown. Rumors about the Legion destroyers are not optimistic, and the legionaries and their families are gathering in the chapels in the station to pray. The Council of Factions has convened an emergency meeting, but the resulting actions are surprisingly weak. A small reconnaissance group was sent a long way to investigate, but it will take a long time before any news is heard back from them. After a week or so, reports arrived indicating that the portal between Uru and Tawan fluctuates in a strange new pattern, effectively isolating the Tawan colony from the rest of the horizon. The Legion and Consortium are rapidly trying to fortify their hold, and the Hammurabi portal, the Hamura portals, cause tension between the hegemony and the Order. The Order's temple cruisers showed up in Uru and quickly dispersed the fleet of mercenary gunboats hired by the consortium. Political tensions are nearing a breaking point. Uh, they then run a segment about what you did on the Ghazali. They mostly talk about Komoro Vai and how He's an incredible hero, saving the lives of 80 people when the evil, selfish, morally corrupt crew of the Gilgamesh left them to die. Say your names, and everyone's reputation falls by 2 as everybody takes the side of Komoro Vi. And that's where we'll end this one. Perhaps we'll pick up here, perhaps not. But
That guy sucks.
Perhaps he'll die.
in absence of other news, Komoro, who is shouting the loudest, won the media's heart.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't really trying to win the media's heart. I think I'm okay with
No.
So
It's really petty of him to be like, "Ugh,"
Right?
but-
that's Komoro Vi as a person, bro.
this.
I'm a petty piece of shit. And that's where we'll end the last voyage of the Ghazali. Our crew made it safely onto the Hammurabi. The ship, there, Gilgamesh, in decent order now. And the events will one day be remembered throughout the horizon. We're going to go ahead and bring this one to a close.